Hey, what's up everybody? A few announcements before we get into today's battle. First of all, to all of my new subscribers coming from FlamingAxel's channel, what you need to know is that I'm not gonna be uploading nearly as often as Raymon does, mainly because I don't have much time for that anymore. 1 or 2 videos per month is all you can hope for, just wanted to make that clear. However, if you are fine with that, then hey, welcome aboard, I hope you will enjoy my content. Second of all, to my current subscribers, despite that there wasn't much going on my channel past the last month, I have recently made a guest narration for my friend Raymon, so for those of you that haven't seen it, I will put the link in the description. Check it out, I've done it in the same way as my own PU battles, so I'm sure most of you will enjoy it. Last but not least, I got hold of my copy of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire on the day of its release, but as with Pokemon Y, I am taking my time to fully enjoy the story mode, side quests, contests, collecting all the items, pretty much doing all you can do in this game. On the good note, because there are no exclusive pokes in the game other than cosplay Pikachu, all it takes to migrate from Y is moving my pokes through Pokebank, which will literally take minutes, so I will definitely be uploading first Aura's battles in a few weeks. Now, let's get into today's battle, shall we? You may remember that in the last video, I said that we were taking a break from battles against Raymon and Mark. Well, that break is over, because today I am bringing you another underused battle against FlamingAxel, which is at the same time the very first battle that we've had. What that means is that I have no idea what kind of player he is, while having watched all of my videos, he definitely can't say that about me. Just throwing that out there, you will see what I mean. Let's get into it. I lead off with Crobat to taunt his Roserade or Klefki, whichever he chooses for his lead. Thanks to his Prankster, he gets to set up a Reflect before I do that, but I much prefer it than Spikes or even worse Thunder Wave, so I'm fine with that. He brings his Rhyperior as I go for a U-turn, and this thing is actually a huge threat to my team, because behind the Reflect it can sponge every single physical attack I hit him with, and both of my special attackers happen to be weak to Earthquake, so I definitely don't want to bring them in until this thing is weakened down. That is why I choose my Bismarck instead, because my Choice Band makes up for Reflect, so I'm pretty sure that Waterfall is still gonna be a solid 2-hit KO, and it is indeed. So although his Earthquake also does around 65% to me, he doesn't wanna lose this powerhouse that early in the game, and he doesn't have to, because Klefki takes another one with ease and gets to do what he wanted it to do, which is setting up another screen. So now, I figured that rather than trying to get rid of this thing right away and allowing his offensive pokes to abuse the screens, I'm better off stalling them out, which is why I switched to Celebi, knowing that it can sponge foul plays with ease and doesn't really care about being paralyzed. He however turns out to be carrying Spikes instead of a T-Wave and sets up one layer as I go for a Perish Song. Then, I'm thinking that he will realize what I'm trying to do and switch to either his Arcanine or Tornadus to deal with me, which is why I go back to Swampert to put the pressure on him, but he just stays in, goes for a foul play and takes me out. Now though, knowing his entire moveset, I know I'm safe to bring in Love Fist and just spam Drain Punch until his screens wear off. He switches to Roserade to take it, but on the same turn his Reflect finally wears off, so right there it took me a good while to decide whether I should go to Celebi predicting a Sleep Powder or just stay in predicting an attack, but eventually I decided to go with the second option, take a Technician boosted Magical Leaf thanks to my great natural bulk and demolish him with an Ice Punch. He goes to Tornadus now, but rather than revenge killing me, sets up a Bulk Up in my face, a bit prematurely as it turns out, because my physically defensive Jirachi walls him completely, so he is forced to switch out on the following turn. I set up a Calm Mind as he goes back to Klefki, and then another one, because my physical attack is almost as low as it can be, barring IVs, so I'm not really worried of taking foul play. It's never that easy though, and almost unsurprisingly, he gets a crit to put that tiny bit of pressure on me, but his light screen wears off on the same turn, so he decides to set it back up on the following one. Even then, Flash Cannon does a decent damage to him, but I don't want to wear down my Rachi just yet, so I switch to Houndoom to take another foul play, and I bet he wishes he had a Thunder Wave right now, so that he could cripple me before going down, but he doesn't, and he definitely isn't taking a Stab Fire Blast with or without the light screen, so that thing is finally out of there. He then goes to his Cryogonal and I make a really bad play right there. I should have switched to Celebi since it's not gonna be able to do much against this particular team anyway, but no, I let my Rachi take a ton of totally unnecessary damage from Life Orb HP Ground, which gives his Tornadoes a green light to do whatever the hell he wants. Right now, he makes a nice play and switches it up to Ice Beam predicting my Crobat, but at this range of health, it doesn't really matter if I keep my Jirachi or let it go down, so I just stay in, survive it with 3 HP, do a miserable amount with a Flash Cannon because of his light screen and let him finish me off on the following turn. Then I go to Crobat and revenge kill him with a U-turn, but if anything, it only gives him a better opportunity to set up with Tornadoes. If I would defodder Celebi instead of Jirachi and take out his Cryogonal with a Brave Bird, I would have been able to tone this thing right now, allowing him to only set up one Bulk Up, which wouldn't have been nearly enough to break through Rachi. Now, Bulk Up alone doesn't really worry me, because I have seen Bulk Up sets with Acrobatics, a coverage move, and a Tailwind, Knockoff or Taunt, and Celebi can deal with each of these variants by T-waving it and wearing it down a bit with a Psychic, so that Mega Houndoom can finish it off with a Fire Blast, so I should be good, right? The only thing I'm forgetting about is that this is a 6th gen, there is no such thing as Flying Gem, and therefore, the only item that goes along with Acrobatics is a berry, in this case, Chesto paired with Rest, and only now I have realized how big mistake I made by letting my Jirachi go down, but thankfully we haven't lost because of it just yet, because after a Brave Bird from Crobat, Mega Houndoom is strong enough to finish him off with a Dark Pulse, and Rhyperior isn't surviving it either, so really it all comes down to what kind of set is his Arcanine running. He does have Intimidate, which makes me think that he's running a defensive set with Will-O-Wisp, Morning Sun and Roar, in which case we would still have a chance, but he does have Close Combat, and with narrow 1-0 takes the game. Good game, Raymon. I'm pretty sure that your unique Tornado set was the game-changing factor, so it's a good lesson not to make early assumptions, and definitely a good introduction to our following battles, because now when I think about it, there wasn't a single one so far where I wouldn't get caught off guard by something that you have brought. Hope you all enjoyed this game. I think I will be able to upload another one around Christmas, so I see you all soon. Peace.